going from right to left, the purple buildings you see around the perimeter are more high-rise office-type products.
Graduate students from across the state showed up with their game faces on.
It's a tough assignment. It's a lot of land, what to do with it. I try to analyze the area and see what makes a lot of sense there.
6 teams represented their university at the 5th Annual Texas Shootout Real Estate Challenge. The Commercial Real Estate Development Association hosted the event at the Studio Movie Grill in Dallas. This year's competition had a new twist.
They've had an opportunity not to evaluate a project that's already been done, but a project that's waiting to be done.
The students were given 2 weeks to prepare a redevelopment plan for where Texas Stadium once stood.
Aside from the break from Easter, we've been working on it pretty hard since then.
Thank you, William.
Each group was given 25 minutes to convince the judges to choose its plan. The team members took turns talking to the judges about various aspects of their recommendation.
Hopefully they choose our idea, which is basically to develop an indoor skiing facility. We thought it would give something unique to DFW, and especially Irving.
And with a $10,000 first place prize at stake, what would the students do with that extra cash in their pockets?
The boring answer is help pay tuition. The other answer is I'm going to treat my wife to dinner since I've been spending all these nights working on this project.
Maybe I could frame the check and show my children someday or something like that.
But only one team would bring home the 10 grand, and the judges had a hard time picking the finalists. Irving's real estate and development director was one of those judges.
We're looking for creativity. We're looking for the quality of their overall presentation. We're looking at the types of analysis that they did to come up with their recommendation.
From the moment the last presentation was given, the teams sat in this auditorium while the judges deliberated who the top 2 teams would be.
It's a really hard thing to basically put our hands around.
Baylor and TCU headed into the final face-off. Baylor named its redevelopment project the Texas Recreational Athletic Center. Team TCU pushed the Legends of Irving, also a place where recreational activities would reign. And in the end,
have TCU come up and accept the award.
TCU won for the 2nd year in a row. Students say they've gained a great deal.
Definitely the experience just of speaking in front of people is probably the number one. I mean, that was probably the hardest part. I mean, it did take a lot of time preparing for this and just gaining the real estate knowledge.
But aside from being an annual competition, what does this mean? Will the stadium site now become the Legends of Irving?
That would be up to the city of Irving. If they see something they really like, I'm sure that they will probably latch onto it. I think that they've had a lot of people call and say we should do this or that or the other thing. So it could be something that comes to fruition or just another idea.
City of Irving officials say they are open to all ideas as they decide how to redevelop this prime property, which leaves the graduate students wondering if their ideas will stand in place of the iconic Texas Stadium.